Greetings. I'm bringing you this message as part of a series of messages and sharing as part of the ministry of the First Unity Spiritual Campus in St. Petersburg, Florida, where we celebrate the magnificence and the beauty and the worth and dignity of all people. Right now, we're in a crisis, which in some languages, the word for crisis and opportunity are the same. So we look into this as an opportunity. And what I want to share with you this moment is the idea of how we need to reveal and heal this dis-ease we call racism. So I have questions to ask you that you can use to ask yourself. And the first question is, what do you know about the history of African American people in the United States of America? What do you know about the roots of racism and its current status? What do you know about the magnificence and the contributions of African American people? What do you know about their current status? And when you ask yourself these questions, one more question is, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? Once we evaluate our own standing, given this opportunity to see where our learning and our understanding are, then we know what we can do. Without an understanding first, our actions can be less focused, effective, and meaningful. So I invite you to learn what you don't yet know about the roots of racism and the African American experience in this country. I wrote something recently, which is a perspective from one person in your community and how I was feeling on a particular day. If tomorrow I die because I stepped in to avoid another killing of my brother or sister, will you honor me in this way? Every day, do one thing that sheds light on the magnificence of my people. Every day, share one truth about the history of the building of our nation. Light a candle with friends and say how sorry you are that we live on the backs and bodies of indigenous and enslaved people who were deemed unworthy of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Can you do this? I will no longer protect my sweet life, even if it means losing it. When the time arrives for me to step between the neck and the knee. I hope you heard those words and breathe them in, because they are just a few words from one of millions of African Americans in this country who are feeling and hurting as you are. I invite you to listen to these words and other words and have a response. One of the things that may be missing from some of our dialogue is the apology. And I apologize for this interruption. One of the things that's missing is the apology. The saying we are sorry. Sorry for what we didn't know. Sorry for what we did know. Sorry for what we allowed. Sorry for what we may have perpetrated. Sorry for what we are indifferent to. And there's also A thank you. There's a thank you for the perseverance. There's a thank you for the magnificence. There's a thank you for the contributions. There's a thank you for the gift to the lives of every person in this country that came through the forced sacrifice from people who look like me. And then there's a request. It's for forgiveness. Forgive me for not noticing you and your pain. And we know that can be applied to so many things in this life, but right now we're talking about this one thing because as we focus on something, we can heal it. And the beauty of focusing on this one thing we call racism, specifically targeted to African American people as a result of their enslavement and their made to be less than systemically over time, can heal so many broken places in this country. Do you see how healing this can help us look at the wounds that we have perpetrated on people who have not had the systemic power that others have had? So we invite you to look at those 4 questions for yourself, to reveal for yourself your current state of understanding of the history of African Americans in this country, of the roots of racism, of the history of African American contribution to the life and good that is in this country, and asking yourself, what do I need to know? And then from that knowing, begin to choose your own personal actions that can change the world. Thank you.